Yo, what's good, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another review of Sisters. This is season 8, episode 2. And these are just my quick thoughts. Something I used to do back in the day. I'm recording this during the commercial breaks just to give y'all, what I'm thinking as the scenes are happening in real time. It's not going to be too fleshed out. Y'all wait for the review for that one. But this is something that I'm going to try to start implementing every week to give y'all my little quick thoughts as the episode is playing. So if this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to. But if not, just sit back, relax while we get into this thing. Now, first and foremost, okay, of course, y'all know we open up where we left off and we see Fine Robin, Andy, and Detective Watts. And he goes from calling Andy sweetheart to the two-faced Black Widow. I said, Detective Watts, I'm going to need you to calm down on my good sis, okay? Yes, it was funny, but you've been coming at Andy hella hard while you have been interrogating her, and I don't like it, okay? I do not like it. Even the way that he bucked up at Robin, I'm like, this woman is not detained, arrested, any of those things. And you are treating Andy as if she is, you know what I'm saying, the prime suspect in this attempted murder case. And not only is the prime suspect, you're treating Andy as if she's the one who actually did it. What is the problem? I don't like you, sir. And now we figure out why he has all this pent up energy towards Andy, because he feels like Andy reneged on what she was supposed to do for, him and his little crew. I don't blame Andy. I would have called him so many names, but Detective Watts, you're hilarious, but I'm going to need you to take a chill pill. Now, Robin let it be known to Detective Watts that, first of all, you're not going to talk to my client this way. And also, the people that you work for, I play golf with the people that they work for. So basically, don't try me. And I said, Robin, I'm looking at Robin sideways, y'all, because it amazes me how he has all these connections to help bring down other people. But for himself, when he was going through all that financial, issues with the law firm, he didn't have anyone to help him. Fishy, you tucked tail and ran. So I'm trying to figure out how you got all these connections to bring down the DA and the Atlanta Police Department, but when it came to your issues and your struggles, you didn't have no one to help you, Robin. Where you been at, sir? You coming here to save the day for everybody, but you couldn't save the day for yourself? And we supposed to act like this company wasn't being taken from you, from Gary and Hayden ass? One thing about the writers of Sisters, they love to rewrite history and act like we forgot what happened on the show. I'm not liking it. I'm glad Robin is back, though, because I did miss seeing him on my screen. Now we get to Hudson, okay? Hudson is still blaming Andy, and I'm even more convinced that Hudson is secretly crushing on Gary. I'm still, it's still something about him that makes me think he could have possibly done this. Maybe it was a crime of passion. I don't know, but he has so much anger towards Andy that it's weird. I never took Hudson to be that cool with Gary, to view him as a friend or a brother. His energy is hella weird. And it's hella out of pocket and out of place. And it just doesn't make sense for one to continue to blame Andy, to call this woman out of her name, and to act as if she is destroying his opportunity to be with Gary. That's really what he's acting like. Like if it wasn't for Andy, him and Gary would be together. Something ain't right with Hudson, y'all. Something is not right. Danny and Tony. Danny has problems. Okay, let's just go ahead and say that. Danny has problems. She has intense problems. The fact that she is overly aroused after being questioned for murder is wild to me. And it's the fact that Tony is, for me, it seems as if he's trying to be compassionate to what she's going through. But the fact that she is just so eager to have sex, I said, Tony, I don't even like you like that anymore. However, bro, you need to run. And you need to run fast. You need to get the hell out of Dodge, i.e. Danny's apartment. Because, sir, what are you doing? I understand that sometimes we have to rock for the people that, we're with. And we have to stick certain things out. But with Danny, I'm sorry. No, Danny is not ready to be in a relationship with anybody at all. Tamara and Hayden. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Where is this boldness coming from with Tamara? Because the last time we saw baby girl, she was on that couch crying because Hayden was going to leave her and she was begging him not to do that because he was her meal ticket. This chick has done a complete 180 because baby girl, where's this boldness coming from? Where is this audacity coming from? Where did you pick it up at? I'm going to need you to go put it back quickly. Now, Tamara believes that Hayden assaulted Gary because of what she heard on the radio. It's the fact that Hayden called Gary his best friend for me. Gary has never pretended to be Hayden's best friend. He has never alluded to the fact that they were friends. I'm trying to figure out where is this coming from. Hayden is delusional. And this episode just confirmed it for me. Something ain't right. The elevator don't go all the way up. As they say, the mall is open, but ain't nobody shopping. There's not even a security guard. Hayden, we're going to pray for you, brother, because no. Now we get to Rich and Sabrina. I'm trying to understand, why does Rich believe that sex is the only way to relieve Sabrina's stress at this point? I don't think sex would be the thing I would be desiring after being questioned by the police. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I can't stand Rich. And I almost threw up in my mouth watching him attempt to unbutton his shirt. Ugh. Rich, nobody want to see you. I instantly thought about the Temptations. Don't nobody want to see you, Otis. Please, do not take this shirt off. Rich touches a nerve with me. I can't stand the bastard. I just can't stand him. I really can't. He tells Sabrina that he wants to show her that he could take care of more than just her sexual needs. I can't tell. Because the moment you come in, sex is the very thing that you're trying to give her. She has to reject and tell you that she can't have sex for 2 weeks in order for you to try to prove that you can do something other for her than just sexual gratification. I can't stand him. Like, I really can't. And the fact that you want to prove that you're more than that. Nicholas, I can't tell. I can't tell. Then we get to Karen and Pam. It was cute seeing Pam and Karen interact, but I knew nosy ass Pam only popped up because she was trying to get this pipe and tea on Gary. It was always something with Pam, even though I really do enjoy their interaction. I think it's really cute to see Karen be all giddy and happy because Pam bought her a donut and some tea. I thought it was cute because ain't none of them other heifers bringing her nothing but stress and drama and chaos. So I give it up to Pam for at least bringing my good sis a damn donut and some tea to calm her nerves. So I can appreciate that. Pam, you're doing good. I'm going to need you to stay on the good foot, sis. Lord, we get to Fatima and Zach. Now, Zach has created this little poster board to figure out who killed Gary. Now, I ain't going to lie to y'all. The poster board is cute or whatever, okay? But I just have an issue with Zach always taking shots at everyone. He tells Fatima that the MFers on the board are weird, as if he and Fatima are not. Two criminals, yes, that's what I called them. Two criminals created a board to figure out who possibly killed Gary and believe they will figure it out before the FBI and local police. Yeah, because that's not weird at all. Moving right along, Robin and Andy, why are they acting like it was more to them than what it was? Y'all were nothing more than a piece of lawyer tail. I'm trying to do better, y'all. Nothing more than a piece of lawyer tail. So I'm trying to understand, why are they acting as if it was something so deep with them? But like I stated earlier, we know that the writers of SISTAS will rewrite history, change the narrative as if the audience have amnesia. They do this with everybody. Then we get a scene, we're back with Hayden and Tamara. Y'all, Hayden and Tamara are some sick, twisted individuals. They went from arguing, insulting each other, saying some of the most disrespectful things, to this girl ending up on her knees. I said, girl, if you don't get up and close your mouth, and in that order, get up and close your mouth. Take it out, pop it out, spit it out, and stand up and take your ass home. Because what are you doing right now? I can't believe that you wanted to get down there on your. I said, what is this? What is happening right now? Oh, now we back with the person I can't stand. Rich and Sabrina. I said, go to work, Rich. I just don't want to see him anymore on this screen. And then we find out that Rich is going to be going to the doctor. I forgot which doctor it is. It escapes me right now. But he's going to be going basically because, he's trying to, get his sperm to do what it do. But you know what? I honestly believe that Rich is not going to be able to have children. I think that's going to be the kicker. And then Sabrina going to end up having to have kids with this, that coworker of hers. I don't think Rich is going to be able to produce any children with his sperm. And I think that's going to be like the shock between those two individuals. That's just what I'm thinking. It's a theory. Nothing is proven, but that's where I'm kind of leaning to. We get another scene with Karen and Pam, and I love the business talk between Karen and Pam. Karen was kicking some game, and I loved it because, don't get me wrong, watching this show, Karen has done some questionable things when it comes to her business. Certain things she has been lackluster with, but I enjoyed the fact that we were talking about and highlighting that there are grants out there for women of color, for Black women who are starting businesses. Is so much free money out there, as well as having a business plan and even going deeper with the business plan. And even seeing Karen in a more business-minded state, because we really don't get an opportunity to see that knowing, only people like to bring up the fact that Andy invested in Karen's business as if Karen is dumb and she doesn't know what the hell that she's doing. So I love that they talked about that briefly because it was needed, and I felt that a lot of people who were watching could benefit from that. So I did enjoy that a little bit. Now we get back to Tony and Danny. Lord, I want to like Danny. Sometimes I do. But, they're doing a great job with continuing to make me know that I'm on the right track with not liking the chick. So we get back to them, and Tony, has made this remarkable breakfast. And when Danny comes out and sits down, he apologizes to her. And I'm thinking, why are you apologizing? And Danny tells him that, he's acting like she's a dick fiend. And when your girl is going through something and she's stressed and she got all this going on and she wants to have sex with you, you just do it. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And you are a dick fiend who uses sex as a way to escape from your reality and to escape from yourself and not deal with the reality of who you really are. She said that she felt her trauma was being judged by Tony. That's BS. Tony isn't my favorite person, but he called Danny to the floor and he was accurate. And one thing I can say about the character of Danny, anytime someone is being real with her and being transparent and calling her ass to the carpet, she always want to use that somebody is judging her. And I can't stand that about that character. That literally pisses me off, but I ain't gonna get too deep because, like I said, this is just my first thoughts, but I'll go a little bit deeper when I do the review. Then we cut back to Rich and Sabrina. Rich just got on my nerves this entire episode, as y'all can probably tell. So Rich's attitude towards Andy is irritating me. He has too much aggression for me when it comes to Andy, as if Jordan isn't a grown-ass man who can make decisions on his own. Being that he does not know the ins and outs and he does not know all the information because he doesn't have to, because Andy is not his friend, it's just the energy that he's giving Sabrina. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand you being upset that your girl is being dragged into this situation. I get it. And I understand it wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, I was about to say KJ. At the end of the day, Andy is still Sabrina's friend. That's still her sister. So I'm going to need you to be a little bit more aware of how you come at her about her friend. The same way you won't want her to come at you sideways about Jordan. But that's just how I feel about Rich. He just really irritated me this episode. Then we come back to Tamara and Hayden. Wild. Wild is all I can say. Tamara has Hayden wrapped around her finger, and it goes to show as long as Tamara can allow Hayden to bust a nut, he will go right back to his ways of just fawning and falling into her trap, basically. He apologized for the things that he said to her. He wanted to be just him. I don't want no other man touching you, as if he wasn't boning Miss Marie. but we ain't gonna talk about that right now on these quick thoughts. I just, I'm scared. I'm scared for the sister universe with these two nuts coming together, because that's exactly what they are, some damn nuts. Then it was another scene with Zach and Fatima, but nothing really happened, and so there's nothing really to talk about. Then we get to Andy's house, and Robin is there making tea. I said, Andy? Why he there, girl? Why is it that Robin is in your house? And I said, Andy, every time I try to ride for her just a little bit, she disappoints me. And disappoints me in a major way. For Andy to be a lawyer, she acts dumb as hell at times. Andy knows good doggone well she's being followed and she's being watched. Your fiance, who you were about to marry, you was standing at the altar. You was meeting him at the altar in your white dress. Okay? You ain't even gonna go check on the man in the hospital. You gonna run to Jordan? How does that make sense, Andy? It amazes me when Andy get in situations, all intellect goes out the window. Because how are you not thinking? I understand you don't give a damn what happens to Gary. I don't either. But how are you going to act like, okay, now that he halfway dead, let me really go to the bed I want to be with? No, ma'am. I need you to be smarter, Andy. Oh, my God. And, I said, thank you, Robin, for speaking wisdom to this woman, because she was really about to do something crazy. Now, Robin, I'm on to you. Speaking as your lawyer. Now, you wasn't speaking as her lawyer, but I get it, bro. Use what you got to use. The fact that Andy said, you're my ex too. So what does it look like? Because Robin was telling her, what does it look like you going over to your ex house while your fiance is laid up in the hospital bed? She says, well, you're my ex. I said, I'm sorry. He's your what? Your ex what? Because y'all were not in a relationship. Is he an ex-lover? Yeah, because I think they had sex like twice. He's an ex-lover, but your ex? No, ma'am. I don't like how she said that, because I didn't understand the implications she was trying to come out with when it came to Robin being her ex. Because what you mean? Robin is trying to hit Andy again. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you gave the man a threesome after knowing him for a week, so I'm sure he thinks he can get it again. And Robin is playing this really smooth. He's been keeping tracks on Andy, because that's not weird. He's been keeping tracks on Andy, knows too much about her personal life. I said, okay. I see you, bro. I ain't even gonna hate on you, sir. I ain't even gonna hate on you. I ain't gonna hate the player, and I'm not gonna hate the game. However, Karen, Sabrina, and Danny comes in the nick of time, because, Robin, I'm going to need for you to leave. Get your stuff, and I'm going to need you to leave. So I was glad that the girls came in when they came in, and that's how the episode ended. So I want to thank y'all for listening to these first quick thoughts of mine that's probably 20 minutes long. But I thank y'all, and I'll have the review out a little later. I appreciate y'all for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there.